Good, y'all. It's your boy Jizzy President. I'm back with another video. A lot has happened within the last 2 weeks with the market. We seen some dip. We seen the war spike back up and the oil clashing. We seen this. I think the biggest topic here is the SpaceX IPO. How a lot of people got burned when it first hit the market, but it was like, hey, a lot of big companies already had the opportunity to invest in this company, especially the billionaires. So with the startups and something like that, companies been in SpaceX and the real, and so SpaceX, once it was released to the public, you should have known like selling was going to happen because now the stock is affordable to buy for. I don't even say affordable, but is the availability is to the masses. So the big companies are thinking, okay, let's offload these shares while people are buying, and then take profit, and then just buying again for the long term. And when you think about like following money and stuff, think about like Elon Musk, think about the Tesla, right? So how many? Let's see how many shares Elon Musk holds of SpaceX shares. Elon on SpaceX. Elon Musk owns approximately 6 billion shares of SpaceX, which represents about 42 to 46% of the company's total equity. Let's look at most of Elon net worth. Most of Elon net worth. The vast majority, around 90% of Elon's net worth, is held in equity and stock options of his private and public companies rather than liquid cash. So SpaceX represents the largest portion of his fortune, accounting for roughly 38% to 42% ownership. And the second is Tesla's roughly 11%. Now think about this. This is the richest man in the world, right? And he was the first trillionaire, right? And he just gave us his stock to the average investor, right? So I look at it this way. Actually, before I go into that, let's look at Tesla. Let's see Tesla. If you was a Tesla buyer or someone who stood on the background and slandered Tesla, how much money did you miss out on? Let's start with the 2019, 2020 era. Tesla was $43, right? And this is where I feel like the average U.S. investors increased significantly, like through COVID, because people didn't have anything to do, and you had the whole crypto craze, and people just got more knowledgeable on investing. So it went from basically went up 839%. Basically, you 8x your money, right? In January 22, from January, let's say January 2020 to that was literally 1 year, November 5th, 2021, at 8x. And now 2025, let's say you almost 10x your money, and let's say we can say almost 6 years, 10x your money, which is crazy. So I'm not going to personally tell you to buy SpaceX, but what I'm doing, I'm buying at least one share per month, because this is for sure a $1,000 stock. Like, follow the money. Don't be blind to what's going on here, and don't fall into the distractions. Get you some SpaceX. Follow the money. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been quiet. We at 65,000 now. I do think we touched back into that 50,000 area for the rest of the year for sure. People go up high, but if you follow the charts, we shouldn't be running anytime soon. Probably around next year, June, we'll start back to spike up. But right now, I think it's important to just accumulate, especially if you believe long term. Accumulate. Look at quantum. So my three aggressive stocks when it comes to looking forward, right? The outlook, SpaceX for sure. Although it is brand new, SpaceX, quantum, and IBIT. IBIT is Bitcoin. Of course, you got to have some S&P 500 as well if you just want to go the safe route and the most proven route. But I like to call it the unknown, utilizing risk management. I think quantum would do well. If you listen to NVIDIA CEO, he said we were 10 years early to quantum. So when you just listening to the money, right? Listening to the people with the billionaires and just following their advice, I think you'll do well. What I've seen in the past is usually when they give these advice and you just get distracted and you come back years later and now you're just like, dang, that's all I had to do was just listen. So put that joint on automatic vibes with Fidelity, even Robinhood. Just start making sure you dabble into them. That's what I'm doing. SpaceX. Let's go back to SpaceX really quick. SpaceX is $115. So if someone pulled you to the side right now, it's like, hey, if you give me $100 a month, I will give you $6 in 4 years. I will give you $6 additional $100 in 4 years. Would you do it? Or do you think that's slow? Just something to think about. For the S&P 500, now we're averaging, 15-20%, which is crazy. And I'm expecting that to slow down. But on average, like S&P 500 was known for like a 8 to 10% yearly with a minimum drawdown. If it does draw down, it's going right back up. Let's look at Microsoft. Microsoft still is a bull stock. Can't spell right now. That was down pretty bad. I'm also in calls on this. Let's see. So June 2nd, we reached a peak. Yeah, so we had a nasty dip. I haven't been following it like in the past month, but it's down $100 within the past month. So back at 381. So what it did, it kind of pump fake. So when it went here in May, it went up. Then it hit a resistance. Then it bouncing back down to support right here. And where you think it's going? If you look at that blue dot, well, this right here, and this right here, I wish I can circle on trading view. This bad boy is going right back up. And they'll probably go right up in here. So 540. So honestly, in this area right here, like 500 calls is definitely in the play, like 500 leaps for sure. And I wish I would have caught it here, right up in this area, because it bounced right off that support. And it's about to do the same thing it just did. But if you look right here, in this area, the 390 or 399, that was a resistance level, and it went down to support. I hate how it's showing this date. It went down to support down here, and then went right back up to resistance. And it could go back to touch that support, or it could go right here and bounce straight right back up to 500. Microsoft is definitely something to be looking forward to for sure. What's another one? Let's look at NVIDIA. Sure, that's in like the 200s. Yep, the 200s. And let's just look back. So we all in a semiconductor run of like eternity right now. So whenever these stocks do die down, I think this would be a good opportunity to buy. But since 2022, like this stock was trading at $15, $16. Now it's trading at $200. Like that easy, you could have made money. Like that easy. But I just want to stop in here real quick. I don't want to take too much of your time, but just go over all the different stocks that I'm looking at for sure. With the daily work life and, just handling business, sometimes like you can just get lost on investing. That's why auto investing is important. So you're not just looking at the stock every day. And also when you're getting busy, when you are busy, your money is still depositing and it's still working for them. So look at those automated buy opportunities with your brokerage account. And good luck to everyone. Happy Sunday, and I'm out.